growing up, I used to have a lot of credit card debt. A lot of credit card debt.
Sure.
Well, guess what? I recently just paid off all my credit cards.
Good job.
None.
Nice.
So I could say, well, guess what, Aaron? That money I was paying towards my credit card, now I can go spend it, right? That's probably a thought that would come in some of your minds. I'm now taking that money that I would spend on my credit card, and it's going in a separate savings account because I do want to buy a new car.
Yeah.
You want to pay cash,
And I
right?
want to pay cash for it.
Yeah.
Why? Because I don't want to have any debt. It's easy that way. A lot easier. Yes, ma'am.
I used to have a habit every time I got paid to come to the bank and deposit my check and ask for $300 cash to carry around for the week. Is that a good habit or a bad habit?
It depends. It's a good habit to know how much you need to spend on your bills and to know how much you need to put in your savings account so that way you know how much is my spending money for the week. It is important to give yourself, some kind of spending money, some kind of emergency money, gas money, food money, go to the movies money, whatever it is. And I do the same thing. I will give myself, a set dollar amount every week in cash, and that's what I have to spend for whatever it is I choose to do as far as entertainments. Food, gas, lunch money, clothes, hair, whatever it is. But once that money's gone, it's gone. I'm very strict with myself that I can't just go right up to the teller line and withdraw more money because I'm on a strict budget. I have goals that I want to meet that are important to me.
Hey, you guys, of the guys that had the savings or checking accounts, who's made a deposit yesterday?
What?
Of the people who have a savings or checking account of your own, who's made a deposit yesterday?
Maybe you should ask.
I'm not going there.
Oh, my bad.
Last week, maybe who's made a deposit? Last week, Sebastian?
Well, my dad made a deposit for $10 in my account, and then another one.
Last week? Okay, who's been in the last 30 days? Okay, what about in the last 60 days? Same thing? Okay, so I'm hoping that you guys are going to do something to change that.
Put that change in their pocket.
Oh.
You can deposit that. There's no set dollar limit that you can bring to the bank and put in your account.
So you can put a penny in your account.
Absolutely.
And 50
Why?
cents if you wanted to.
I have a question.
I like to
Absolutely
deposit this in my
not.
account.
You can. Why not? You're doing what you need to do. That's got to add up. If you think of all your pocket change, or how many of you will go home and throw your loose coin like in a jar or something? How big is that jar? You can roll it. You can come inside and get rollers from me and deposit that every week. That stuff adds up. That's extra money. Now you got to put it in your account. Yes, ma'am.
How old do you have to be to get a debit card?
Get a debit card. For the teen accounts, you can get a debit card. And what that is you can get money from the ATM machine. And it's also your ID for when you come into the bank. It is our preferred method of ID because it has a 4-digit PIN number that you pick out that only you know. We don't really like to see driver's license because those can be easily copied and things like that. People do naughty things nowadays. So a debit card is going to be something that when we swipe it, it'll pull up your account. So it ensures the tellers see your information and no one else's, and that they're putting whatever it is into your account and not making any mistakes. But you have to be very careful with debit cards because it's a nice card that can give you access, but you have to write down everything that you're doing. If you put